Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. If you came across this today, there's something you need to know. This is your confirmation that your energy is aligning with your higher self. When you're unsure what the correct choice is, focus on the desired outcome and let your intuition guide you there. Later I will talk a little bit more about how to know that your intuition is actually guiding you somewhere. And to get what you want, you need to let go of what is pulling you back. Once you let go of what you can't control, you will regain all your power and open yourself to the greatest miracles of the universe. So allow things to unfold naturally, my friend. And if this resonates with you, write this affirmation down. You can write it in your comment section, or you can write it in your journaling blog and repeat it after me. I allow myself to experience joy, love, and peace in every moment. And for a moment, just feel it right now. How your life would be if you would allow yourself to experience joy, love, and peace in every moment. Have you noticed how much your shoulders have relaxed? Your facial muscles have relaxed and you've started to feel lighter. There's such a great power when we align our energy with an intention that's aligned with the highest possible outcome we know we will experience. Not that we want it. We know that it's our destiny. You don't need to want it. You don't need to hope for it. You just need to know that it is your destiny. Even though it may not be present yet physically, it's already present as an intention. An intention is a potential that's about to be realized. Aristotle once said that each potential will actualize unless something prevents it. So we need to figure out what within our bodies is preventing the highest possible outcome to manifest. And usually it's that we fall out of alignment. And the reason I'm sharing this message today with you with the number 333. 33 is a master teacher in numerology. So if 11 is intuitive imager and manifester, and 22 is master builder, 33 is the leader. And if you've come across this message today, it means that within you is happening an activation right now. Activation of a leader. And it doesn't mean that you will get into a position where you will lead many people. Maybe it will happen this way. But it may also happen that you will begin to lead your life, that you will liberate yourself from things, activities, maybe jobs or any kind of limitations that are holding back your talents, your gifts, and your potential. So number 3 is deeply associated with intuition. And if this message already resonates with you, it's a sign that your energy is leveling up, it's rising, and this part of you that is about to lead your life is awakening. So I want to remind you to recognize your alignment. And how do you feel when you're not in alignment? If I speak from my experiences, when I'm not in alignment, I fall often in lower emotions. Like I start to worry about something. I start to feel less happier. I start to feel less driven, less passionate. And I start to feel like something is wrong in my life. Like there would be a sense of pressure. Even when all the things are happening quite well in my life, I will feel like there is a sense of pressure. And it's like something would unplug me from a creative stream that is inspiring me with guidance and ideas. So to recognize alignment, to acknowledge that your energy is aligning with your higher self and the path that is unfolding in front of you. You need to notice what really puts your soul on fire. So the easiest practice to recognize this is really to reflect on our childhood passions, childhood curiosity, because when you've been born, you've been so pure, you've been so beautiful, wonderful, and your heart was open. And back at that time, you had a dream. You had a dream for your life. If you're in your 20s, it's much easier to remember that. If you're in your 30s, it's still easy. A bit harder, but still easy. If you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, it may be a bit more complicated, but still, if you go into meditation and set an intention to awaken, if your heart can show you a memory from your childhood, when you've been having the best possible time of your life as a little kid, what were you doing? Because that's what a sense of alignment for you feels like. And when you get back to this moment, just know that it may not happen immediately in the first meditation, but if you will practice it daily, eventually you will see a memory, you will remember, but most of you, I'm sure, can remember it. I've often mentioned this to you. When I was a kid, I was drawing all the time. So that's how I knew that there is something with creativity, even though at some point of my journey, I've forgotten about this. And then I went through a spiritual awakening and this passion, actually a deep idea, a deep drive to start drawing and later painting again. That's why I'm sharing paintings with you every single day. Today you're actually watching a painting called Liberation, so enjoying it. I got this sense once again that I want to start creating, that I want to inspire the world with the message that comes firstly to me in a sense of an image. I just see an image and I wanted to learn to paint so I could paint them and inspire people with that. And then I've started receiving guidance, like I would start channeling certain messages that came with art, and that led me into making a YouTube channel. So I've started making this kind of messages. Of course, it took some time so things got clear for me, and I got lost many times on this journey because it's so subtle. These energies are so subtle. That's why I feel guided to bring to you this kind of guidance every single day, because I know how easy it is to get out of alignment until you really root yourself, ground yourself into the energy of alignment. So it becomes like a purpose to you. And purpose turns into mission. And when something is a mission, it means you're helping the world. You're helping to raise the energy on the planet Earth with whatever you're aligned with. So recognize your alignment. Like a great poet and philosopher, Rabindranath Tagore, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he once said, the soul has its own path, and when we align with it, the universe conspires to help us. And so many of you have experienced this before, so maybe it's just a message for you right now, in case you've lost yourself somewhere, or in case you've just got pulled out of alignment, or something scary happened, something, that triggered you a little bit, or whatever happened, just to remind you right now to get back in alignment, because you know that life is just more fluid there. And you feel like you just know what to do. Like for me, if I feel lost, I know I just need to go painting. When I go painting, everything starts to make sense. And when things make sense, well, I get into flow. My mind gets clear and I start to feel lighter, and suddenly it's like something would charge me with a lot of energy, and suddenly I'm like, I would have a good night of sleep. So maybe it may happen to you as well. So yeah, recognize the alignment, my friend. And I want to give you another reminder here. Also to focus on desired outcome, because life is truly like a map, right? And we need to have a sense of direction. Because it doesn't matter how much you're aligned, like how much I'm aligned with my creativity. If I don't have a sense of what I want to create with it, it will feel like I still don't know what to do with this energy. And so many times people feel like I am creative, I have a lot of energy, but I don't know what to do. That's why I need to have a vision or an idea of desired outcome. Like Jonas Salk, who was a medical researcher and psychologist, said, intuition will tell the thinking mind where to look next. So once again, you need to be in tune with your intuition. To be in tune with your intuition, it just means that you find moments in your day where you disconnect from your five senses, you disconnect from your worldly activities, and you reconnect with your inner world. Because your inner world is where everything starts, right? So when you're uncertain about your choices, concentrate on the end goal. Concentrate on that vision and let your intuition guide you there, because it will show you a direction. If not immediately, you will come across something like information or video or a book, or something will appear. You know, these interesting synchronicities that find us, you know these things. Right now I'm just reminding you, if you're maybe losing a sense of connection or alignment, just focus on the desired outcome. Focus on the desired outcome. And see what awakens the most joy within you. Whatever awakens the most joy within you, with that thing you will fulfill it. With that thing you will manifest it. With that activity you will manifest it. Yesterday I've shared with you a more practical video about having one most important goal. And that one most important goal is like a desired outcome. And when you have this one most important goal, your whole life will turn you towards it. That's how powerful it is. Intuition will tell you what you need to do. It will guide your thinking mind where to look next. And then release what holds you back. So many times we find ourselves like we've been in a flow and then we've lost it, right? And then all these old fears come back, right? And all this attachments and worries and thinking like, oh, what if it will not work out? And all of that comes back. You know, to move forward, you need to identify and release what is limiting you. Toni Morrison, a writer, said, to fly, we must first release the things that weight us down, right? You must release what is weighting you down. And sometimes we need to go into deep introspection to recognize, well, I truly don't want to think this way anymore. Because I think my life works so much better than I think it does. And I think the intelligence of life is taking care of me even when I don't believe it is or it does. And I think my life is under a higher control, and the best thing I can truly do right now is to align myself with the stream that inspires me, or at least that brings me a sense of joy. Again, this childhood passion or childhood drive. That's how you release what holds you back, because you notice you can hold on to something old, or you can jump into this new flow. Every time you jump into this sense of inspiration. Like when you listen a song and you start dancing, this is a new energy, it's not an old one, right? So the only way to let go of something old is to jump into something new. To jump into an energy that is higher, like joy, like happiness, like passion, like inspiration. So you need to know what brings you this kind of energies. You need to be clear on things that put you into this higher state of being. Like to me, I know it's painting. It's always painting. And usually when I'm painting, sometimes I experience like almost like too much of energy. And when I experience that, I know, oh, I need to do something else. Like I need to share a video with my friends, with you, my friend. And then things just flow through, right? And then you also need to learn to let go of what you can't control. Because life is working through phases and chapters. And you don't just shift into a reality you would like to see, right? First, the old life needs to kind of fall apart so the new one can be born. And during this process, there are certain things you just can't control. Lao Tzu once said, incredible philosopher, and so much more. He said, by letting go, it all gets done. The world is won by those who let it go. So accept that some things are beyond your control. Release them to reclaim your power, my friend. Release them to reclaim your power. Some things are truly just out of your control. So hold on to the vision of yours, not to be attached to it like when it will happen, but just to know that this is your destiny, right? Destination. Your destination you're aiming towards becomes your destiny. And then let go of how it will unfold. Let go of the control. Accept that things at certain phases in your life or at certain moments in your life are completely out of your control. Like how people treat you, what people say about you, how certain things unfold. And so much more, like what's happening on the world, what's happening with the weather and all of that. It's all out of your control, at least partially, because we're still connected to the grid of life where it's all an extension of one consciousness, and actually with your mind and emotions, you have a lot of effects on it, like even on the weather and so much more. But you need to understand that usually you just need to let go and things will unfold. And by letting go, I mean not just to become passive, like not just to stop doing things, but actually go back into alignment, get back into alignment and do what calls you. This is the most powerful way to do it. When time doesn't allow you, still find alignment and notice what's the most appropriate to do at that certain specific moment. Like I've learned that when I still had my last job, I was a consultant in a shop with sports equipment. And when I've learned this arts of living by these great ancient philosophers, I always asked myself, like, what would be the most appropriate to do right now, according to, what brings me the most happiness. And many times it was to help someone, to help a client, or to help my boss, or to take care of certain things so the place can get more organized or something like that. Like to my ego, those would be boring things, but on the energy sense, I knew that I'm actually serving something bigger. And it helped me to be in alignment. But when I got back home, I've asked myself, what is bigger alignment here? Like, what can I do so I can free myself from this job maybe? You need to explore possibilities. And then you also need to allow life to unfold naturally. As Alan Watts said, the art of living is to surrender to the flow of life without resistance, to embrace the natural flow of life without forcing or resisting the outcomes. Because the truth is that life brings us to where we need to be, to where we belong. And less we are resisting to what's happening, more we notice what these events are teaching us, who we need to become. And usually we just need to declutter our minds, accept ourselves, stop, fighting with the outcomes in this present moment, and truly just fall in love with that vision of ours, knowing that that's what we are working on. And whatever happens in our lives, when we truly fall in love with the process, we recognize that actually everything is a stepping stone towards there. So I guess my message here is also to stop following people, but rather start following your dreams. And obviously start developing your talents, because that's what connects you with your higher self. You've come here with a very unique gift. And at this point, that gift is awakening within you. But it will not be just discovered without doing anything. It's like a sport. You train yourself, you sharpen the tool. And then one day that tool will serve you to make anything you ever wanted. And it will help many people. So if you resonate with this message today, it just means that you're getting into this energy, that you're going through an incredible activation of your intuitive abilities, of understanding the stream of life, the sound of life, right? Universe means one verse, one sound. And you're tapping into it right now. So many times your intellectual mind may say, am I just making this up? Is this really real what I feel? But then you quiet it down and you recognize it was always real. It was always within you. So my friends, I hope you find something valuable here today. I'm sending you lots of love, blessings, and power. Have a beautiful day, my friends, and I want to say thanks to everyone for choosing to support my art in our store, AttractPassion.com, where you can find all of my paintings, prints of my paintings, some of new products we've just put out, like phone cases and some other things. So go and check it out. And also thanks to everyone for joining our Patreon community for more exclusive content. You're all truly appreciated. I love you all. And once again, repeat this affirmation. I allow myself to experience joy, love, and peace in every moment. Believe this, feel this, and live this. One love, my friends.